What is reality in reverse? Why do we do everything forwards? How can we find more meaning and fulfillment in life? And what if we're going about life completely wrong? Let me introduce you to the backwards law. Using the tools that I'm going to share with you today, I was able to shape my reality. And once I used this in 2011 to head out to Thailand for 6 months, all expenses paid, to spend time with 2 six-figure income earners and a multi-millionaire who would joke about making $300,000 in a single day. And for him, making money was like playing Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Mega Drive. Alan Watts once said, when you try to stay on the surface of the water, you sink. When you try to sink, you float. Similarly, when you try to fall asleep, when you put all your efforts into trying to fall asleep, you end up staying awake. In the song Can't Tell Me Nothing by Kanye West, he has a lyric that goes, "'Cause when you try hard, it's when you die hard." And in this video, you're going to discover the 3 phases to accessing the backwards law, whilst also accessing the God frequency. So phase number 1, the Maya. Now I want to start this phase off with a nursery rhyme. And the nursery rhyme is row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So this nursery rhyme has a secret message inside, and it's telling us to row our boat can be the body, gently down the stream. Gently, I want to put emphasis on the word gently down the stream. And then it's merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And life is but a dream is the Maya. The Maya is the illusion, is the matrix that we are all residing in right now. You see, most people, they're trying hard and so they die hard, just like Kanye West said. Most people are putting in effort and hard work and trying to succeed, trying to make progress, trying to excel, trying to find their purpose, trying to find meaning, and much, much more. And what this does is actually does the opposite. You know, like when a guy is interested in a woman and he's really over pursuing her, she begins to become unattracted. And one of the ways in which this universe works is not being needy or wanting, and not even desiring. Now, with the backwards law, we have to realize that when we kind of go the opposite direction and we're not needy and wanty for the relationship that we want, the money, the success, or whatever it is, now it's attracted to us because we're showing in an energetic way that we don't want it, we don't need it, just is. So essentially, we gotta understand that we are living in this illusion of separation, and we have been taught by society, by the media, by the governments, by our teachers, by parents, that we need to go outwardly in order to see success. In the movie Ready Player One, directed by Steven Spielberg, there's a scene in this movie where the owner of this virtual reality video game is saying that he doesn't like to move forward. He's a creative and that he creates worlds, and that moving forward is not what he wants. He doesn't want to make progress. He wants to keep things as they are. And then his business partner is trying to say, hey, we could do this, we can move forward, we can make progress. And one of the characters in this particular movie is watching this guy say it on like a video recording. And when he discovers this, he has a realization, sort of an awakening, a sense of enlightenment. And he goes to this race where they are driving forward, trying to win the race, because that's what we've been taught in life, is to go forward all the time. And basically in this scene, he was saying, why can't we go backwards? Why can't we go the opposite direction? And so he starts to drive the opposite direction and he ends up winning the race. And what's amazing about this scene is when he goes in reverse, he's actually underneath the video game and he can see everything that's going on. And it's almost like, you know how you got the concept of bird's eye view? He had sort of an under eye view of everything that was going on. He could see the code of the game. He was escaping the matrix, so to speak, and he was able to win the race after, I think it was 5 years of multiple players trying to win this race. In a weird way, you have to not try to win the race, not not try to succeed, not try to grow, not try make your life happen, not try manifest, not try visualize, not try anything. Because in trying, you are actually experiencing the opposite, which is not falling asleep, not being able to make progress, not getting the relationship that you want, not getting the money that you want. On an energetic level, it just becomes unattractive. And we have to understand vibrationally, frequency-wise, we are energy beings, and if we are operating on the frequency of needy wanty, we are stepping out of alignment, not realizing that everything is one. So why would we want and desire if everything is one? In other words, what I'm saying here is we need to transcend the Maya. We need to transcend the matrix in order to implement this backwards law and be able to make $300,000 in a single day, just like my old mentor who flew me out to Thailand for 6 months and is playing this video game of life. He's free, he's detached from the matrix, which is why he's able to do this. There's a whole story behind this of him living in the mountains for several months and meditating for hours and hours per day to help him become so detached from life. But we don't need to do that in order to see this amazing success. We just need to realize and acknowledge that this is like playing a video game, and if you treat life that way, then it becomes much easier to fulfill our goals, our desires, and the things that we are wanting, right? Phase number 2 is meaning, right? You may have heard of the word meaning, purpose, passion, finding your passion, finding your purpose. What is the meaning to life? What is the meaning to relationships? What is the meaning to love? What is the meaning to money? What is the meaning to the anxiety that I'm feeling right now? We label things, we put labels, we put meaning on things, which actually does more detriment than give us success. So many of us are trying to attain more fulfillment and happiness. This whole channel is about mastering your reality and creating a life fulfilled. But in order to do that, it's not by going out and trying to chase something. It's actually more about creating de-meaning, or the opposite of meaning, meaning creating a sense of semi-detachment from life, semi-detachment from relationships, semi-detachment from money. Because as we begin to do that, it no longer has power over us. And internally, what this will create is fulfillment anyway. When you need nothing, you have everything. When you stop trying to chase the success will chase you. If we look at a child who is young and is just playing, or she's playing with her toys and she's just free, she's not trying to figure out what is the meaning to life. She's just enjoying it. He's just enjoying it. So many of us are trying to find our purpose or our fulfillment or our money success or happiness success and all of this stuff. We're trying to find it, trying to seek it, trying to figure it out. But all we have to do is play and just be. And all of these emotions that we're seeking, because we're not really seeking goals, we're seeking feelings, we're seeking emotions, we're seeking security in money, we're seeking freedom in money, we're seeking love in relationships, we're seeking sense of identity in relationships sometimes. We're seeking things that we want to feel within ourselves from having these things. But by not needing them, by not chasing them, you actually realize that you have everything within you right now, because you can generate those feelings anytime. And so a lot of equanimity and stillness and peace and love can expand or grow in you from surrendering to life itself and surrendering to what life is, rather than trying to figure out what life means. In fact, the more we try to figure out the meaning of life, the more we're asking why we are here, the more it can create more mental health and becoming dissociated and creating some damage there. And so this is backwards law once again, because we're not trying to go outwardly, going forward like everyone tells us to, like society tells us to. Even when we imagine something going forward, it's always from left to right. Why is it always from left to right? We're playing a video game, it's always from left to right. In some cultures, in some languages, they read from right to left. And so this is what we got to understand. We are missing the sacred and powerful tools and not understanding that things like animals and nature, they're not trying all this stuff. They're not trying to find meaning, which moves on to phase number 3, stop trying. Now, I remember watching some footage from Tony Robbins, and he was teaching, I believe it was a woman at the time, I can't remember, but he was teaching her to try and pick up a chair. Just imagine this right now. In fact, I'm sitting on a chair right now. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to try and pick up this chair. I'm going to try really hard. I'm trying really hard right now to pick up the chair. I can't pick up the chair because I'm trying. I either pick up the chair or I don't pick up the chair. So like I said before, Mother Nature isn't trying. My mentor at the time didn't try. Animals don't try. In fact, animals are so intelligent. I went to a turtle release workshop kind of experience on Airbnb, and we released turtles back into the sea.
1, 2, 3. Everybody start to move forward, please. Everybody start to move forward, please. All right. Let's win this race, man.
And what was really interesting is these little baby turtles knew how to go back to the sea without having the knowledge or maybe memory of where they live or whatever it is. And it was so interesting that animals have this innate intelligence. They are tapped into the universe. They are tapped into the God frequency. And so when we stop trying, magic happens. When we stop looking for meaning, magic happens. When we start to realize we're living in the illusion, the Maya, the matrix, we can surrender to the truth. We can get back to the truth. We can get back to nature. And from there, taking action and reaching your goals is coming from a completely different energy. It's coming from a state of abundance rather than from a state of lack. It's our intellect that holds us back. We are too tuned into the mental IQ intellect and not tuned enough into the EQ intellect, the emotional intelligence, and we're not tapped into the spiritual intelligence too. And when we begin to tap more into these energies and using the brain to navigate our reality and help be the sort of sailor on the ship, then we will experience life completely differently. And by the way, most people don't like this guy, Ye, Kanye West. He's now a billionaire. If we look at Oprah Winfrey, who's also a billionaire, she has this story where she was trying to get a role in a movie, The Color Purple, and eventually she just surrendered. She stopped trying. And when she stopped trying, she got the role and she was able to be in that particular movie. And then my mentor, I remember now, I was at his house. He came down from upstairs and he said, yeah, we done $300,000 today. I was like, what? Like he just said it nonchalant, like it was nothing. And that's when I started to learn, wow, like you need to stop trying, stop being so attached and like be free. Like a kid in a playground, like not thinking so seriously about all these different aspects of life that we need to be, embody, change, and all of this stuff. Because even I talk about this stuff, yet I'm talking about it from this space that I'm discussing in this video. It's almost like I'm playing a video game, right? Or watching a movie. Now, sometimes it's easier said than done, but you get the point. Now, if you would like to continue awakening more to the truth, you want to master your reality and create a life fulfilled, then check out my membership. The link is in the description. It's very affordable and you get started as soon as today. But that's it for now. Remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.